Well, Warlock, it's time. Glad I got all my bad luck out of the way first. 3 1s? Come on. Jeez. Pencil. There we are. Welcome home, brave heroes. I'm Ash. This is Ash Quest, and today we return to the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. Last time, our hero was rumored to have explored Firetop Mountain a ways. Perhaps they were following a sort of dated algorithm in which they would keep their hand on the left side of a passage until they had exhausted all of their options, eventually leading them back to the entrance or to the true and proper exit. Our new hero will make no such mistakes. This time, our new hero is one of a stronger fortitude. And our new hero has a name. This pen does not have ink. This pen, come on. Truly a pen of Firetop Mountain. The Warlock of Firetop Mountain has a name, by the way. It is Zagor. Does it sound familiar? It should. My new hero is Sir Pan of Cake, and shall start with the following: skill, stamina, and luck values. Roll 1 die and add 6 to this number and enter the total in the skill box on the adventure sheet. Let's go. High skill. You know what? I'm not going to count it because it didn't land in the tray, but I think I'm done with the tray. The tray is the problem. The tray is what is happening. It is betraying me. And thus, this video is now also a review for the felt desk tray, obtainable at Dollar Tree for $1.25 USD. Corner Office by Jot. Look at that. The label just peels right off, and then you have yourself a brand agnostic felt tray into which you can roll your gaming dice. And so now, with that problem completely and forever solved for all of this and future gamebooks, we are going to roll 1 die, add 6 to the number, and enter the total in the skill box on the adventure sheet. Yeah! Ho! That is a skill. That is a skill of 12. I have to be honest with you. I really thought that I was going to roll another 1. It was going to be a terrific bit. I don't like to edit in these things. I'd like to just keep them natural, keep them organic. I thought I was going to roll a 1, though, organically, and I was just going to have this lovely fit. I was prepared, if that tells you anything, but it's a 12. Roll both dice, add 12 to the number roll, and enter this total in the stamina box. And that is a fantastic roll. That is an amazing roll of 23. We are almost a perfect character. Almost a perfect character. Roll 1 die, add 6 to this, and enter this number in the luck box. Sir Pan of Cake. Sir Pan of Cake. I need fan art of this character right now. Sir Pan of Cake has all of the skill in the land. Almost all of the stamina. It is said that he could best Gaston in backwards arm wrestling using only a pinky finger, that the only muscle he lacks is in his left big toe. And the luck of this absolute Giga Chad. We are ready to come in here and storm the gates. All right, we're going to section this top part off because I'll be doing all my little calculations and stuff up here and using this as scratch, but these are my maximum values, my starting values for these 3 stats. For our items, we are going to carry, as before, because these all begin the same way, a sword, leather armor, a shield, a backpack in which we will be carrying all of our rations and the like, and a lantern with which to light our way. Yeah, I'd be using a pen for this stuff because it's more permanent, but the pen is out of ink due to a warlock curse. Finally, we are going to be using a potion of strength, and we have enough for 2 measures, and that will refill our stamina up to its top value, which is quite a high value. I'm going to make this a little more obvious on my chart, make these circles a little bit bigger. As I use the potion of strength, I will fill in one of the circles, and that will be representative of me filling in 1 measure. So, very strong start to our new session. And I believe we have 10 provisions. Yes? Yes. And 1 provision will give us 4 stamina. I better double check that. Yes, enough provisions for 10 meals. I'm going to go ahead and put a separate box here, and I'm just going to draw 5 circles on one side, 5 on the other, and those are going to be my meals, and I'll fill these in as I consume them. I didn't get a chance to consume even one in the last episode where my character met a bitter end. I don't have a gold piece, I don't have jewels, I don't have any other potions or anything like that. I don't have the dragon fire spell, although I think I'm going to be trying to get it in this playthrough. So without further ado, we begin the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. Second character, Sir Pan of Cake. And the only way that this guy is going to go down is if he encounters a challenge that doesn't give us a choice, that just immediately throws us into a lava pit. So, I read this intro in the first playthrough episode in the last series. I will not read it in its entirety again. But our 2-day hike is over. We finally look up at Firetop Mountain. It looks menacing. Climbing the peak must surely be impossible. But our quest lies ahead of us. Across the clearing is a dark cave entrance. We peer into the gloom to see the dark, slimy walls with pools of water on the stone floor in front of you. The air is cold and dank. Will we turn west or east? And so begins our first choice of the game. This is our previous character sheet. We don't need that, but I will be keeping our map handy. Last time we went east, we encountered a goblin who was sleeping on the job. I would kind of like to see what happens if we turn east. If I said east, I meant west. We went west last time. We'll turn east this time, turning to 278. I'll be very upset if this is an insta-death. If it is, I'm going to mulligan. I just want you to know. And it's not. So, the passageway soon comes to an end at a locked wooden door. You listen at the door, but hear nothing. Will you try to charge the door down? If so, turn to 156. If you would rather turn around and go back to the junction, turn to 92. I think I'm going to charge the door down. So, the passageway came to an end at a locked wooden door. Immediately to a locked wooden door. We're going to charge it down. 156. I'm not afraid of what lies on the other side. Although maybe I should be. You charge the door with your shoulder. Roll 2 dice. If the number rolled is less than or equal to your skill score, you succeed. Okay. It will be, because no matter what, my skill is 12. So with perfect skill, I can't fail a skill roll. Not unless the goal is less than 12. Or more than 12. So, wow. Just for craps and giggles, it's a 7. It's less than or equal to my skill score. I succeed. We turned to 343. What skill. What perfect shoulder attackage. Excellent job, Sir Pan. The door bursts open and you fall headlong into a room. But your heart jumps as you realize you are not landing on the floor, but plunging down a pit of some kind. Luckily, the pit is not particularly deep, and you land in a heap less than 2 meters down. Lose 1 stamina point for your bruises. Climb out of the pit of the room and leave through the door, heading westwards. Turn to 92. Crap. So that did nothing. And all I know is that that's a pit. Back to 92 we go regardless. You arrive back at the junction in the package. You look left to see the cave entrance in the dim distance, but walk straight on. Turn to 71. It is here we're going to find our goblin. So this path is written in the stars. There is a right-hand turn to the north in the passage. Cautiously you approach a sentry post in the corner, and as you look in, you can see a strange goblin-like creature in leather armor. Test your luck. If you are lucky, he does not wake up. To test our luck, we roll 2 dice. We're going to win because our luck is perfect. That would have been an 8. Our luck is now at an 11, and I need to subtract my stamina point that I lost from falling into that pit. But we're lucky. So, we will turn to 301. This adventure series is going to be a little bit different than the Lone Wolf in that I'm not going to implement a save system. Lone Wolf is a a sort of multi-path, but still very much a linear progression from book to book. And to avoid losing a character that I've built up over the past several books, I would like to have a save system in place there, which means marking or remarking what page I leave off on a particular adventure. And if I die, I will go back to the last page that I saved at. In this, however, there will be no saving. I will simply try through each adventure with a different character. This will be a true roguelike experience because this book is standalone. It doesn't go on to continue to book 2. Book 2 is a completely different adventure, as noted in a previous video. Now, to your left in the west face of the passage, there's a rough-cut wooden door. You listen to the door and you can hear a rasping sound, which may be some sort of creature snoring. I believe that this resulted in a gold coin after a battle with a goblin. So I will open the door, plus I really want to test out my new skill and steamroll this poor goblin. Open the door, turn to 82. Ah, yes. The door opens to reveal a small, smelly room. In the center of the room is a rickety wooden table on which stands a lit candle. Underneath the table is a small wooden box. Asleep on the small mattress is a short, stocky creature with an ugly, warty face. He must be the guard for the night watch. We can creep into the room and try to take the box without waking the creature. And if you want to try to steal the box, test your luck. Let's do it. And that's less, and my luck is down another point. I don't really like testing my luck when it's so high because I don't want to lose it. We have plenty of adventure left, and I'd rather not lose all my luck before it needs to get important to keep. So 147 it is. And 147, you leave the room and open the box in the passage. Inside you find a single piece of gold. And a small mouse. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Oh, but we released the mouse, which is why I didn't write it down on my sheet. Gain 2 luck points and turn to 208. I forgot that I gained luck. I forgot that I gained luck back. 208 it is. I want to go back into the room. I want to go right back in there and stomp that goblin. It's non-combat, though. It's a non-combat encounter. Further up the passage along the west wall, you see another door. Do I want to try opening the door? Yes, because in this room is a box with a key in it. There's also a snake, but I need to get that key. So, we're going to turn to 397. The door opens to reveal a small room with a stone floor and dirty walls. There's a makeshift wooden table on which is standing a lit candle in the center of the room. Under the table is a small box. Let's open the box by turning to 240. The box is light, but something rattles within. You open the lid, and a small snake darts out to bite at your wrist. You must fight the snake. It has a skill of 5 and a stamina of 2. It'll only take 1 hit to kill. Let's roll. To engage in combat, we roll 2 dice for the creature that I am fighting, and we add that to its skill. So 6 plus 2 plus 5 is 13. And that is the score that we have to beat. We have a skill of 12, so no matter what, even with this pathetically low roll, I have a better score, and I have destroyed this snake. I open the box and simply fist into it. So, we turn to 145. The box has fallen to the ground during your fight with the snake, and out of it has fallen a bronze-colored key with the number 99 carved into it. You may take this key and leave the room. Add 1 luck point and turn to 363. Bronze key 99. That's what we're after here. Next adventure. Let's go. 363. I can't add a luck point though because my luck is at maximum value already because of what I gained earlier. Further up the passage on the west wall, you see another similar door. You grimace to hear the worst singing you have ever heard in your life. This is the drunken orc fight. And it has the spell book in the room. We're going to go ahead and go into this room so that we can get the spell book to learn Dragon Fire. I think that it will come in handy later. So, into the hideous den, turning to 370. Let's do it. The door opens to reveal a small room, dirty and unkempt. A straw mattress lies in one corner. In the center of the room is a wooden table upon which a candle burns, lighting the room with its flickering flame. A small box rests under the table. Seated around the table are 2 small creatures with warty skin, dressed in leather armor. They are drinking some sort of grog, and by the way they stagger to their feet on your arrival, you assume they are very drunk. You may either draw your sword and leap forward at them, or slam the door quickly and run on up the passage. we will definitely turn to 116, and we will take joy in the ensuing orc massacre. Let's go. The two drunken orcs you now face are obviously startled at your entrance, and as quickly as they are able, they fumble out for their weapons. Attack each one in turn. Their drunkenness allows you to add 1 point to your dice roll when rolling to work out your attack strength. So, the first orc has a skill of 5, and we will be adding... Oh, that's quite a high score. Quite a high score. We are giving him a total of 16 skill. I have a total, or attack strength, 16. I, however, have a total of 16, 17, 18, 19, and then adding 1, 20. We're not going to push our luck in battles. We're going to reduce the first orc's stamina. Orc 1 has 2 stamina left. Orc 2 has a total of 5. We are now going to face Orc 2. Orc 2's attack roll is 5 plus 6, which is 11, plus 3, which is 14. And my attack roll in turn is higher than that. So I attack the second orc, bringing his stamina down to 3. It's time to combat the first orc again. His roll is pathetically low. I crush him. No matter what I roll, he is gone. The second orc's attack strength is now, well, it's not good. It's lower than what I have by default. I don't even need to roll, but just to add insult to injury, I do, and I take the orc down another notch. The orc now has 1 stamina point left. For our next round of combat, that's a pretty promising roll. The orc comes at me with an attack strength of 15. That is the 10 plus his skill of 5. But now my roll in kind is the 12 plus 4, which is 16, plus 2, which is 18, plus the 1 because he's drunk, 19, and I take him out. If you win the battle, turn to 378. You wipe your bloodied sword on the mattress. The green blood leaves a slimy stain on the straw. Stepping over the bodies towards the table, you flinch at the foul stench of the creatures. You pick up the box from under the table and examine it. It is a small wooden box with crude hinges. The name Farigo di Maggio is inscribed on a brass nameplate on its lid. If you wish to open the box, turn to 296. And I do. The box contains a small leather-bound book entitled The Making and Casting of Dragonfire. You open the pages and begin to read. Fortunately, it is written in your own language and so was probably not understood by the orcs. Otherwise, this treasure would certainly not be as loosely guarded as it was. The book is written in tiny handwriting by Farigo di Maggio. In it he tells the story of his life's work, the creation of the Dragonfire spell with which to fight evil dragons. You read how, in his last years, Farigo finally perfected his spell, but by then was too old to make use of it. So he completed his book, locked it in a chest, and hid it in the depths of Firetop Mountain, afraid that it might fall into the wrong hands. The last page reads, "And so, you who now hold this book, you have my life's work in your hands. The power of destruction is yours if you wish it, but do not waste it. Unless you use the spell for the purpose for which it was intended, you shall be consumed by evil itself and die by the fire from your own hands. Remember, only when the dragon breathes its fire at you should you raise your arms and say, Ekilerith, Ekamerith, Erif, DiMaggio." You say these words slowly and softly. Suddenly the pages seem to glow, and as this glow disappears, so do the words in the pages of the book. You repeat the spell to yourself to memorize it, and leave the room. Turn to 42. Having learned Dragon Fire, I'm just going to write that on our character sheet, which is looking a heck of a lot better than it did the first playthrough, and we are now ready to turn. All the way to 42. You eventually arrive at the end of the passage, at a 3-way junction. You may either turn to the west by going to 257 or to the east. Ladies and gentlemen, and folks of other royalty, I do believe I will be going to the west to meet the orc chieftain and servant again. And this time, I'm not going to be so kind to them. I'm not going to try to hope for the servant to join me in battle only to be betrayed immediately. This time, I'm going to go in there and teach them both what lashing feels like when the lash is a sword. 257, and we will arrive at the place where I met my demise last time. This time, I crave pancake vengeance. The passageway runs straight for several meters and then ends at a wooden door. You listen at the door and hear angry shouting coming from within. Will you investigate or turn back? We will investigate by turning to 168. Here it is. This guy. You open the door to a large room. A large chair behind a solid-looking table suggests to you that someone or something of rank uses this room. A chest in the center catches your eye, and in a corner of the room stands a man-sized creature with a warty face, standing over a smaller creature of similar race. With the whip in his hand, the orc chieftain has been beating his servant, who is whimpering beneath him. Will you attack them both? We'll simply turn to 372, because that is what I'm going to do. The battle commences. The orc chieftain and the servant. We, however, are going to put a rest here and continue this adventure in the next exciting episode. Folks, thank you so much for joining me on this next playthrough. And we're already where we ended off last time, except the odds are very much in our favor. Let's hope they stay that way. For now, I will be signing off. Comment anything you like down below. Please let me know if you are enjoying this series. I do notice that the gamebook episodes don't get as much attention. There are a few people who really do seem to like it, but if there are any others out there who haven't yet voiced the support of these particular episodes, I would love to hear it. I would greatly appreciate it. So do let me know in the comments. Every single comment is heard. Every single comment is acknowledged. So I do appreciate those. Thank you very much again, and I will see you next time. Until then, have a great rest of your day. And now, onward, brave heroes.